Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to an episode of ECW Extreme Championship Wrestling. This is, of course, Hardcore TV. This is episode 72, I believe. I'm running out of the backlog now, and I've started to have to record again. It's scary. Like, for an example, I put up Living Dangerously yesterday. So, you can kind of tell the time frame here. I have one episode in between, and then bang, we're right here. Yes, this is our first show of April 1999. I'm excited to just move forward with it. Let's just jump into it. Our main event tonight is going to be the Sandman taking on Mike Awesome. You know, Mike Awesome not appreciating the fact the Sandman stuck his nose where it didn't belong, attacked him, stopped him from beating down on Tommy Dreamer. But what do you expect? Sandman and Dreamer are known friends. RVD opens up with a 61C+, as he's in the ring. Or maybe he's backstage. We'll go with he's backstage. And he's waiting, and he's pacing around, and he sees somebody come in, and he says, "Oh, Bill, thank you for meeting me. God, how long has it been?" And the camera pans, that's Bill Alfonso, RVD and Sabu's old manager. Bill has been, like, hanging out in RVD's corner for a bit, but he hasn't been in kayfabe, you know what I mean? You're alright, just deal with me on this, alright? I haven't had much for Bill to do. Bill says, "Rob, it's good to see you too." Probably just tweets his whistle like 1,000,000 times to piss everybody off. Van Dam says, "So, you know Sabu better than me, and I teamed with him, so that's a big deal. What do you think the deal is here?" And Bill stops and he thinks about it, and he says, "You haven't seen Sabu now for about 2 weeks, right?" And he says, "I haven't seen Sabu at all since Living Dangerously, actually." And Bill says, that's good, because if Sabu wanted to kick your ass, he would burst down the door any second now. And they both kind of stop, and they look over at the door kind of uneasily. And there's like a pause, like, you know what I mean? Like a beat, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they both kind of look at each other again. Bill says, "I would bet that if you talk to Sabu," and when I say I would bet, I mean if I had to bet, I would in theory. Not literally, though. I won't bet on that. The odds are pretty terrible. But besides the point, I would talk to him. Van Dam looks at Bill and he's like, "But Sabu doesn't talk. Sabu's mute." I kind of fucked that up. No, that's an author's note. I fucked up the first little bit. Already talked a couple times. I'm fucking stupid. But he's like, "Sabu doesn't talk, and without you in his corner, he's just a rebel without a cause. You know what I mean? He's a monster without a handler. And Bill's like, shh. If he heard you say that, he'd kill you. You know that." He looks Van Dam in the eyes and he says, "Rob, I talked to him. He's your friend. Remember that. You two tagged together. Just because I'm not there doesn't change that. He may be a suicidal, genocidal, homicidal maniac, but he's a human. He will see reason. I think you go to him, and I think you offer him a hand." Van Dam looks at Bill and he says, "Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what I have to do." And, yeah, that's your opening segment for this episode of Hardcore TV. Van Dam and Alfonso interacting about Sabu. We've got a match. It's a pretty alright match. Yeah, it's a 61C as Jerry Lynn builds some momentum heading towards his match against Taz for the television title. He beats Stevie Richards in about 8 minutes by pinfall, the cradle pile driver. Pretty good performances overall. Happy with Stevie there. He's doing his job, you know what I mean? He's an entertainment guy. He can do all right in the ring. Overall, good stuff. Moving forward. We get a 50-60 minus as we follow Chris Cruz backstage into the Hardys locker room, actually. And Jeff and Matt are sitting there, and Chris Cruz comes in, and he says, Jeff, Matt, thank you for letting us in here at this time to just talk to you guys a little bit, because we've seen your success, and we know a little bit about you, but we don't really know the two of you. Is there anything you guys like to say? And Jeff and Matt kind of look at each other, and Matt is the one who speaks first, and he says, I'll say this. The response we've gotten from those people, that's beyond our wildest dreams. I am the older brother, and I have dreamed about someday making it in the wrestling world for as long as I can remember. I run my own promotion. That's how much I love this business. And I never thought that I would make it here, let alone be a champion, let alone be a tag team champion, and being able to share that success with a man who's been my best friend since the day he was born, my brother Jeff. And the camera kind of pans over to Jeff, and Jeff says, yeah, you know, it's crazy how quick things change, you know? We weren't even really on the map here. We had just shown up this time last year. A year can do a lot of crazy things. And it's just about being patient, I guess, in the long run. And Chris says, well, you two, you know, with that success, you know, you think there's anything that's contributed to that? And Jeff says, I would say the fact that we don't really give a fuck about ourselves. We don't really... I mean, you can watch our matches. We don't care what the fuck we put each other through. I've jumped off ladders before. I jumped off the big ladder at November to Remember a couple months ago. Matt isn't as crazy as me, but well, Matt did the leg drop through the double table. Remember that? A couple years back. That was not that long ago. Well, the original spot when they kind of go back and forth on this. And Chris says, well, you know, Jeff, Matt, moving forward, what's next? Jeff looks at Matt, and Jeff says, you know, continuing to improve, continuing to get better. Everything at this point is positive. Everything. I mean that. Our wins are positive. Our losses are learning experiences. When we won these belts, it was one of the best days of my life. When we lost these belts, it was one of the worst, but in the long run, winning those belts back, how good that felt to know it wasn't just one time. It wasn't just a fluke. It was a thing. It was real. What's next for us? There's two teams who have been going back and forth now for a couple months. The Suicide Blondes and the Stormtroopers. We've had a run-in with the Stormtroopers before. Never with the Blondes. I think whoever comes out alive in that feud, because they are going to rip each other to shreds unless Paul Heyman steps in. I think they're probably next in line for the tag belts. Then that next team, then probably the FBI and the Dudleys are somewhere in there. You got to factor in... you know, they may not be near the belts now, but you never know. Can-Am Express. Chetty and Roadkill even, you know what I mean? At this point, it's about not taking anybody lightly and taking all challenges as they come. And Chris says, well, thanks, guys. Thanks for just sitting down and talking. And they're like, yeah, no problem. There you go. There's a segment. I like that. I like doing that segment. Felt real to me, damn it. Yeah, no, I like that, though. Good stuff. Moving forward. We have Kurt Angle in the ring. Kurt Angle says, tonight, it's another edition of the greatest thing to happen to television since the invention of color. He doesn't say color like TV. He says just color, the invention of color. He was there when it was made. And he says, tonight, it is the Kurt Angle open challenge as always. If anybody wants to come out here and get utterly destroyed, but get to share the ring with a technical master, with an Olympic gold medalist, with the toughest son of a bitch around, come right on down. And there's a guy who answers it. His name is the Incredible Sayez, and holy shit, Angle's really fucking good. Kurt Angle beats the Incredible Sayez in about 5:40 by pinfall with an Angle slam. Angle is an animal. Oh my god, he's just a machine. The Incredible Sayez actually is somebody, but I won't reveal that at this time. He's not signed long-term. Well, it was a bit of a tryout for low-key. All right, he's low-key, the Incredible Sayez is. And I don't think he got the part thus far. You know what I mean? Only a 30. It's not bad, but it's not great. You know what I mean? We can probably wait a little bit longer on him. He's still only like 18, 19. So plenty of time. Just a good little look-see at what he can do, and really good match by Angle. We got a Shane Douglas promo, and he comes out to the ring, and he's kind of, he just didn't close, you know what I mean? Just normal close, and he says, I never wanted to say this, let alone you sons of bitches, but I have to. The franchise will have to go away for a little while. I've damaged the cartilage in my right knee. How long will I be gone? I can't tell. But when I get back, I'm coming. I'm coming with full force. I'm gonna hit everybody as hard as possible. And I'm coming back. Some guys get an injury and they don't. Not the franchise. I'm gonna do everything in my fucking power to climb back here, to stand in this ring whenever it is, and capture the world championship. Whether this takes a week, whether this takes a year, whether this takes a decade, doesn't matter. I'll be back. I'll be back. There you go. Wow, Douglas is hurt, I guess. Wow, yeah. He's gonna be gone for a little while, apparently. How long? He doesn't know. Trying to talk to ECW doctors, our one doctor. It's just Paul Heyman in, like, a different outfit. He doesn't really know. But, yeah. We get, okay, holy shit. All right. So, we're in the ring, and Paul Heyman comes out, and he's talking about, you know, different things. He's hinting at, like, big things for the company going forward. He talks a little bit about, he name drops, you know what I mean, a world tournament of some kind with the best wrestlers in the world. But he doesn't know how he's going to do it. He's got that dream, and he's not sure how because the funds aren't there yet. But someday, Paul Heyman will bring a World Cup of wrestling. But how do you do it? Not sure. The only way you can help it probably is by keeping the lights on. Show up every week. Pay for pay-per-views if you can. If you can't, you can't. And then all of a sudden, Hardcastle, Cage, Angelita, Storm, Candido, Dawn Marie just burst in. Like I want to say, like, through, like, a door. Like, just bang, the six of them just brawling all over the place. Just like they were last week, just like the week before, just like the week before, just like the week before. And Heyman's like, okay, you know what? Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Just stop this shit. Stop. You guys want to settle this, right? I can't do that. You can't do that. Not with Angelita and Dawn Marie getting involved. Here's what I'm pitching to you. What's next? I think it's some TV special. I don't know what it is. Television special. I think is it Barely Legal? I think it's Barely Legal, if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong, though. We'll have to check at the end of the episode. Barely, whatever it is. But the next television special, Suicide Blondes, Stormtroopers, Steel Cage. Not just any steel cage. I want weapons, all right? You 2, you 4. If you're going to settle this, you're going to settle it the only way we do it around here. And that's with blood. And there you go. Main event time. That did pretty damn well, yeah. 72 B-, and about that had good wrestling, decent reaction for the crowd. Mike Awesome defeats the Sandman in 15:54 by pinfall with an awesome bomb following interference from Just Incredible. So Credible gets involved, screws over the Sandman, and, you know, Awesome and Credible, they start to kind of 2-on-1 beat down Sandman, with Awesome having just picked up the win. A pretty big win, too, if I do say so myself. You know, Sandman's just been #1 contender. You know, oh, geez, that's not a very good rating at all. That's okay. I don't mind that. It's just because, like, Credible is terribly not over. Credible and Awesome but to beat down the Sandman. When Tommy Dreamer comes out, returns the favor from last week. He's got, like, a chair or something like that. Runs off Credible. Runs off Awesome as the Sandman gets back up and helps him battle off the big man. And, storms be a-brewin'. That's all I'll say. Show overall gets a 77B. Fuck, that's a hot show. Woo! Up in 7. That's excellent. That's really quite excellent. And there's Bart Gunn, boys. There's Mike Barton Gunn. Mike Bart Gunn. Mike L. Gunn. Oh, no. Oh, no. If it comes up, I'll explain it. We're looking at some talent. You know what I mean? If it pops up here on the screen, I'll explain what's going on, but it won't. So that's okay. We got some new WF feuds. Taker and Big Show versus Shawn and The Rock. What the fuck? Owen and Trips. Okay. Saturday night happened. I don't really care. Okay. Masked Superstar moves on. No, not the Masked Superstar. Yeah, that's okay. We have the Southeast show in 3 days. I'm ready for that, as per usual. Growing the brand, brothers. We're up to 41 importance in the Southeast. Shit, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, I think. We're gonna get there real fucking soon. I'm really excited for this. You guys don't know how excited I am to kind of start growing this company a little bit, because the second we start growing this company, you know what I mean, to cult, we're going to get more money. And when we get more money, we can get bigger guys. And not even bigger guys, we can just expand properties and let more guys get opportunity. Because that's my big problem right now, I think. When was the last time you saw the Dudley Boys in a meaningful fashion? It's been months. And that's just because I'm kind of restricted right now by my time slot. The second we get to Cult, I'm going to up Hardcore TV to an hour and a half. That's going to allow me to put on better matches, better angles, different varied stories. That kind of setup that you see now, where it's 3 matches, 9 angles, or is it 9? Hold on, 1, 2, 4. No, it's 6 angles. Yeah, that's gonna probably go away, and we're just gonna book. You know what I mean? We're just gonna do this freelance kind of booking thing, because I've got a formula right now and I know how it works, and I think that's okay. But the second I get more time, I can start to do more varied things. I can start to do crazier ideas. I can start to truly kind of work with this. But it's just getting there, and we're gonna get there soon. Overall, I'm pretty excited going forward. Of course, I did quickly want to check. What is it? Barely Legal? I was right, it is Barely Legal. Yeah, all right, so Barely Legal. We've got a tag team match currently booked. Steel Cage, Suicide Blondes versus the Stormtroopers. Will there be any more matches added on that? Probably one more, but that's looking like a pretty solid match, I would say. And we'll probably add one more. I don't think it'll be the TV title match between Lynn and Taz. It might be. I have some things written out. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden I turn around next week and I say the exact opposite of what I did this week. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys continue to like where this is going, or at least are somewhat interested. Yeah. Thanks for everything as always. This is Silly Tuck, signing out.